Tonight, from Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte, North Carolina, it's Week 6 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Carolina Panthers taking on the Kansas City Chiefs.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is in uptown Charlotte, North Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. Tonight, we finish off Week 6 with a good Monday nighter between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Carolina Panthers. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Panther ball club as they interplay here. They're off to a terrific start, unbeaten at 5-0 through the first month and change.
And you can hang a lot of this early success on their defense, too. They're the tone setters for these guys, and the entire team feeds off of what they do.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. The KC offense set to go, led as always by the gunslinger, a former MVP in this league. It's Patrick Mahomes.
Well, he did go 2-2 in the last ball game. Well, actually, he went 2-2-1, with the one being the victory.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line there. But wasn't it funny at practice? He threw one when we were watching, threw an interception, and the defense got on him a little bit, good-naturedly. But they're letting him know, you got to cut down those interceptions. We can't bail you out all the time.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. But as you said, they got the win in that effort last week. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Mahomes going to throw. Dancing to his left. He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Call that a very strong gain of 24. From midfield, here's Mahomes. And the screen unsuccessfully dropped him. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. And right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. On 4th down, Tommy Townsend to punt for Kansas City. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Pretty much unreal, not just in terms of yardage, Charles, but also throw in the 3 touchdowns as well.
When you put the whole package together, I can make you a pretty good guarantee right now. He's going to see a few more people in the box every time he lines up.
Yeah, I don't think that the defense has any choice. They've got to stop him. Can't let a repeat performance like that.
Agreed.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards, 1st down, Panthers. Off the play fake. Graves. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down.
So, Charles, you look at this offense, so what a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0. Then lost 5 of 6 and went out in the first round. But I think if you get toward mid-November, the Thanksgiving time frame, and you're still doing this, that's when things start to get real for a ball club.
And he is going to have the Panthers first down, and he's going to have it by plenty, able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2. The Panthers at a perfect 5-0 here to begin the campaign, and they've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
2 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Off play action. Graves rolling to his right. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore.
Down inside the 10.
Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore with touchdown number 8 on the year.
And the Panthers will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise too.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive.
3-2, their record through the first 5 games of the year as they got the victory last week. It's still early, just October, but what have you seen from these guys so far?
Well, what I've seen is a team that's still figuring out all their pieces because they've got some new faces from a year ago, add in some new draft picks. Sometimes it takes a month or so before you really start to gel as a team and for those players to figure out their roles. But right now, I see them starting to elevate.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. Mahomes now to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Throwing is Mahomes on third. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
On the return, here's Agnew. Jamal Agnew now to return it. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. And we check the rushing numbers so far here into Week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as you head down the stretch. You may play outdoors in some nasty stuff. You're trying to get to the playoffs. This is the time to get it going. And individually, I don't think you should just think about 1,000 yards either. The bar has to be set higher with this beginning.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. Shoves him aside.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Down at the 35. It'll be second down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. That pass complete to Moore. And they'll work this down inside the 30. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. And they'll run on the inside handoff. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Now a man drafted and then let go by the Panthers. Harrison Butker for the field goal try. Butker's kick here is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
There is something to a game plan when trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
On second down, here's Barkley. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards. They'll run with Barkley. Oh, he's got a little daylight. The 20. Touchdown, Carolina. Saquon Barkley with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Panthers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it ends with a Saquon Barkley touchdown run. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as he'll get him down shy of the 20. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Hands it off out of the gun. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And the Panthers have recovered. We know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Room here to run. And he'll get it down this time to the 17.
They'll run for it with Barkley. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Saquon Barkley with a milestone career touchdown number 100. Joining Curtis Martin and Franco Harris at the century mark as he continues to climb the all-time list. As these guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. 2nd quarter action with 1:59 remaining. 2nd down at 4. Working from the gun, Mahomes being chased out left. And he'll just get rid of it.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Forced out to his left. And that is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
A good head-down running on the return gets about 15 yards.
And the Panthers will take over now 1st and 10.
The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. He had the touchdown last drive, now up over 1,300 yards on the season, and still plenty of time in this game for him to keep those numbers climbing.
And I like the fact that it's a number that you're not worried about protecting. Because if you're trying to get around, if you're trying to get over 1,000 yards, you get a little nervous, right? At this point of the season, you have a few losses, now you're back below 1,000. Here, you're just trying to climb a big-time total even higher.
Targeting Moore, and he's got him on the crossing pattern. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop him with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They keep it with Barkley on first down. And some room to roam now. Touchdown, Carolina. Saquon Barkley on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Panthers are able to add on to their first-half lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. So that drive, 4 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown run from Saquon Barkley. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission. This is intercepted. Picked off by Amari Bono. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring.
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Saquon Barkley on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Panthers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Chiefs going to go back on offense one final time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And they will get to him behind the line, but the clock continues to tick down. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta, where you see the final score there. The Giants off to a strong start as they run their mark to 4-2 with the victory.
Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. To return, here's Agnew. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. The first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them, because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and that will bring up 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 197 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. From the gun, they'll try to run it. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Off the play fake. Graves. And he's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets, because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
They're going to hurry back to the line now to throw on 2nd down. Graves. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. DJ Chark from a yard out. And the Panthers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Gain is up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Here's Mahomes to throw. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. A.J. Epinesa racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. Over the middle and complete to Moore. And this will not get close to the 1st down marker as he's brought down at the 26. Here's the Chiefs punter now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home, because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Out of the gun, here's the give to Hubbard. And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's more. He was over 100 receiving last week. He's over 100 down this week as he's got a first down as well.
Second and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
To the right side and complete to Thomas. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Saquon Barkley taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Panthers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Well, on the other sideline right now, it's just absolute dejection. But, Charles, let's focus on the positive. With the lead that they've built here, they've done pretty much everything to perfection in this ball game.
They certainly have. It makes me think that their week of preparation was excellent. And they flowed into this game, and it carried over. And right now, I don't expect them to back off at all. They're playing so well, they just want to keep it going.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And Kansas City's offense now set, ready to go. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
Another try after the first down sack. Mahomes under pressure, and they get to it again. Brian Burns in there to drop him at sacks on first and second downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. To throw, it's Mahomes. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. Here's the Chiefs punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Agnew now to return. That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. There's DJ Moore as he and the rest of the offense head back out there. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football.
He'd been having a good day so far, but I think he got a little overzealous on that one. Still young in this league, has to learn to try not to do too much on an individual play because, as we all know, sometimes less is more, and throwing away is preferable to making the big mistake.
Flushed out right.
And that'll be caught by Tony. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. 2nd down and 3.
From the gun, it's Mahomes.
He's got the connection to Moore.
And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. Looking to throw is Mahomes.
Throw right side going to be caught by Hardman.
And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
And here's a handoff out of the gun.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
Throwing now is Mahomes. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City.
Kadarius Toney
from 6 yards away.
And the Chiefs. Are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. The drive summary that time, 5 plays.
And it's Kadarius Toney who caps things with a touchdown reception.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback.
So here are the Panthers set to take over.
Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. They'll start on the ground with Hubbard.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And incomplete on the deep ball. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. He'll buy some time right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. On 4th down, Graves.
Over the middle, complete into the hands of Trimble.
And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Saquon Barkley running right.
And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll run it again with Barkley.
And this is going to be a Panthers first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And they'll run on 1st down with Hubbard.
He's down inside the 10 to the 8. And it comes on a gain of 8.
Ball on the 8, 2nd and 2. A give up the middle, Hubbard.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
On third down, Barkley. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Gay is on for the point after. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. That one in the books as a 12-play drive.
And it concludes with a touchdown reception by DJ Moore. Taken at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Mahomes now on first down.
Throw left side, complete.
And now a fumble. The ball's out, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble's going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. And they're going to speed things up here. Barkley, inside handoff. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They go play action here on first down. They'll roll him out right.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Off play action. Graves. Now he's got the hook up to Moore. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. On first down, Graves, flush to his right. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Up the middle with Barkley.
And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line.
Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout
And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame whose nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy. But he wasn't really big on that. He was big on going ahead and scoring. He's kind of reincarnated right here. We're watching it in front of us.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Looking to throw. Graves. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A 10-play drive that time. And the end result, a Panthers touchdown. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Well, this was a blowout supported by both sides of the ball today, Charles. It would be easy to look at the offense and say, man, they were clicking, and they were, but don't forget about the effort by this defense as well.
Yeah, they weren't going to let up just because the lead was saved. They wanted to play as big a part in this game as their offense did in making this blowout. They needed to be noticed as well, and they played accordingly.
So for the Panthers, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Atlanta Falcons next week. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.